Have you been briefed by the CDC?
I have.
Are there words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine.
We pretty much shut it down, coming in from China.
It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. This is deadly stuff.
A lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat.
We did one of the great jobs, you say. This is their new hoax. 35,000 people on average die each year from the flu. We have lost nobody. It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
The first death from coronavirus here in the United States.
Anybody that needs a test gets a test.
Have you considered not having campaign rallies if there's that many people all close together?
It doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't bother them.
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. A drug called chloroquine.
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter.
What expect?
Romney's in isolation?
Yes.
Gee, that's too bad. You look at automobile accidents, which are far greater than any numbers we're talking about. Easter as our timeline. Call it a germ, you can call it a flu, you can call it a virus. You can call it many different names. I'm not sure anybody even knows what it is. Number one on Facebook. Did you know I was number one on Facebook? And I just found out I'm number one on Facebook. The germ has gotten so brilliant that the antibiotic can't keep up with it. And they're constantly trying to
This
come up
is a
with
scourge. There's the plague.
I saved tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of lives.
The argument is that you bought yourself some time. You didn't use it to prepare hospitals. You didn't use it to ramp up testing. Right now,
You're so
people
disgraceful.
are
The President of the United States has the authority to do what the President has the authority to do. The authority is total. We're going toward 50, I'm hearing, or 60,000 people. Does it remind you of something? One's a swab, one's a Q-tip. It's actually different. So, supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body. Right, and then I see the disinfectant injection inside or almost a cleaning.
No, I was asking a question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen.
They've seen a spike in people using disinfectant. I know you said they were sarcastic.
I can't imagine why. It's going to go. It's going to leave. It's going to be gone. It's going to be eradicated. I think we did a spectacular job. Could be the testings, frankly, overrated. If you don't test, you don't have any cases. We stopped testing right now. We'd have very few cases, if any. When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people. You're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
Were you just kidding, or do you have a plan to slow down testing?
I don't kid. We show cases, 99% of which are totally harmless. Let's look at some of these charts.
I'd love to.
We're going to look.
Let's look.
We're lower than the world.
Lower than the
Lower
world?
than
What is that?
Europe.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population.
You can't do that. You have
Why
to go,
can't I do that?
You have to go by.
In 1917, the great pandemic probably ended the Second World War.
They're having a big surge. In fact, even New Zealand.
New Zealand's 9 cases in a day does not compare.
If you take the blue states out, we're at a level that I don't think anybody in the world would be at.
It would go away without the vaccine? Sure, with time. It goes many deaths. And you'll develop herd, like a herd mentality. It's going to be herd developed, and that's going to happen.
It affects virtually nobody.